This is Jeanette, and this is Creations of the Heart Art. I am making a cookie clock, and this cookie clock is with you know who, and we're gonna go ahead and create it. This is an order that came in, and we're gonna make first the resin that goes in it. Okay, so you want to make sure that is a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, and this is the resin that I use. And you want to use part A first. Okay, then after that, you're going to use part B. So I have already designed the clock the way I want it to look, except for the cookies that I have. So, see, these are cookies. So I'm going to put those after I put in the resin. Many people want to go ahead and put the cookies first. But I decide and I like that I'd rather go ahead and put the cookies afterwards so I know that they're in there. Now, the front is going to be a clear resin. And then I'll go ahead and in the back put this resin. Typically, a clocks take 3 days to make because you want to make it precisely how the customer wants it. So you want to make sure you put on some gloves, like I'm going to do now. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, and of course, my dog is behind me and he's playing around. So again, you want to go half. So half of 100 that I'm gonna use 100 milligrams. I'm gonna use 50 of A and another 50 for the part B. So let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, that's part A. Now we use part B. So that's the part B. Okay, lock it up. Then, as you can see here, I have it already. And you want to go ahead and stir it. Usually, when you stir it, it gets really cloudy. So, you see how it automatically got cloudy there? So, you want to go ahead and continue to stir it until it gets clear. And you'll see that some bubbles are forming, and that's okay because later, then you take out the bubbles with the air dryer. And sometimes they'll go out by themselves. Usually, you stir this for about 3 minutes. You want to make sure it's very well blended. I have background music. I love doing the clocks, especially the weirder the clock. All my clocks are made originally. Like you won't see it double unless it's the military clocks, but yet I still make it different with the charms that I put inside. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of bubbles in there. But what I'm gonna do is after I pour it, I use my heat gun, I plug it up, and then I take the bubbles out. But I do that after I put it in. Okay. So I go like that, and as you see, I'm still stirring. I like this brand of resin because it doesn't stink. It really doesn't stink. So I'm gonna let that settle down there for a minute. I'm gonna get my heat gun. One of the things that you can do also is that you can use one of these, or you can use the heat gun, which I have. But mine is not, how should I say, um, cordless. I have to like plug in mine. I don't have the extension cord, but I can get one real quick and then plug it up because I prefer the heat gun. It was made for that. But as you can see, when it settles down, the bubbles go away. So, and even when you pour it, sometimes the bubbles go away too. So this is 100 milligrams of resin. I want to make sure it's really mixed in there. You want to make it really nice and mixed, but or also get sometimes too soft and it's not hard to work with. You don't want to go ahead and mess it up. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get an extension cord. Okay. So I got the extension cord. That way I can plug in my heat gun. I love when people order me different clocks because I get to enjoy the making of it. Now it's done and it works. Let me see. Yep, perfect. That's perfect. You want to always have that ready. So, because you don't want bubbles on it. Okay. So now that I have my heat gun, let me go ahead and put this there so you can see it. Okay. Um, I start in the end because you're gonna move these rocks, right? I like to pour it in the beginning because what I like to do is um use it like a foundation. My plate is in the bottom, and you want to go ahead and use all of that. Okay. And before you put anything in here, you definitely want to take all the bubbles out. So you also want to have wipes on you because just in case you get any on your hand or anywhere you don't want to be, you know, or you don't want it to be, you use this. Usually I put two gloves on, but today it wasn't gonna be. I wanted one hand free. Okay, so here we go. So you see I got the cookies over here and put this on the you want to go ahead and make sure that all the bubbles are done. Okay. Now sometimes you'll find residue from a previous clock. Like right here, I got a little shiny thing. You want to go ahead and take that out. And here's, I don't know what kind of hair that is, but take that out. You want to make sure you have a clean clear because this is the front of the clock. You want to make sure that this is really clear. So I'll hit it with the glue gun again. Not the glue gun, the heat gun. And don't worry about your resin getting hard while you're drying this because it takes a while. So, oh, my cookies flew away. Okay, I'll get them back in here. Get a cookie. Okay, these are chocolate chip cookies because this little monster likes chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so here it is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I see the deficiency, especially with the light. So I like to take out all these little, I call it little floaters that like to be in. Here's a sneaky little bubble trying to come out from under the cookie monster. So what I like to do, because you don't want the rocks showing on the other side, this is really important what people don't tell you. If you don't move these things around, the resin won't go under it. And then you have a big hole on the other side. So you want to make sure that all the resin goes inside and out. So you like making soup. You're almost mixing it up in there, making sure everything is just right. Okay, there you go. So now what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna wipe this off a bit right here because I need to use this to put the cookies in. Okay, so at first I'm gonna use my fingers and I'm gonna drop it like upside down. You want the picture to be on that side. So you drop it where you want it to be. So you drop it. Oops, that one fell out there, but no worries. You go like this and you flip it. Okay. Now, what I like about this, they'll go automatically down. You don't have to push it or anything like that. You just put it right there. Here we go. I love that the cookie is, he's being filled with cookies. See, I love that it's a whole bunch of cookies. Okay. Look at all those cookies. Here, I like to put them in the corner. You want something people can see, right? So I put always on here. And make sure you're able to do it on both sides. So you always get cookies. It depends. Every clock is different. I use my gift of inspiration to be able to make the cookie clock or whatever. Like one time, my military clocks, I'll go ahead. See, now I'm pushing them down because I know they're going to be really pretty. Um, and plus, I get to design it how I want. So and these are going to look so cute. I like it. It takes a day. So I'll do this today. And then tomorrow I'll record another one, another show of cookie part two. I like that he has all cookies. Okay. Oops. See, I'm putting cookies all over the place because, you know, you want to get cookies. Okay. And it's a clock. So you want to make sure that, you want to keep the shape of a clock and do some things. So you don't want to overdo it. Okay. Because the beauty of it is when it's done that you get to see all the cookies. Okay. So I made sure that I got cookies. Okay. All right. So you see how the bubbles are coming up? You want to make sure that you get it all with the heat gun. The bubbles will keep always coming up. you know. Okay. I want to make sure is down. Okay. So this is going to stay like this to overnight. So tomorrow I'll come and put the blue on and I'll show you how that's done. But this is the first step of doing my design on each clock. The plate right there that you see right here, this is my patented, my trademark. So all my clocks have my trademark in it. So they know that it's an original. No one else has this clock. So that's how I'm doing it. And that's it for now. Okay, so let's see what happens tomorrow. I will love to show you how I finish, and then we'll have the finished product on the third day. So that's it for now. Thank you for joining me. I will see you tomorrow.